It looks like the market is coming back to life lately. The cost of a Shiba Inu went up. People in the area are happy. Analysts are dropping their alerts. Almost 1 trillion Shiba Inu is on the move. But now comes the crazy part. It just dropped another bomb. Shiba Inu is no longer banned. What's going on? What the heck am I talking about? Okay, let me explain. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. Shiba Inu is having a crazy day. The price went through the roof, going up about 1% lately. And you can sense the community's joy. Yesterday's price action was slow and boring, with small drops that made people wonder what would happen next. Today Shiba Inu appears to have sped back up right away. The mood has changed completely now. The bulls have taken over, there is more confidence. And that energy you remember is back. Today is one of those days that makes everyone remember why they enjoy this gift. It seems like everything is calm until Shiba Inu moves and makes everyone pay attention again. But now comes the fun part. There's more to this price pump than meets the eye. Shiba Inu has really moved into an important spot, and experts are excited about the possibility of a rise. Things are getting ready for Shiba Inu to go on an even greater run if the flow keeps going. From what I can tell from the graphs, Shiba Inu recently broke through a level of long-term support that had been stopping it for a while. Traders pay close attention to this area because breaking through it could mean a much bigger rise ahead. One of the most interesting things going on right now is the formation of a classic bullish pattern, which usually means a change from slow movement to a full-on rise. Just above where Shiba Inu is now is the important level to keep an eye on. If the price goes above this, it could start a bigger move. From here, the next big goal is a steady jump. There are also bright green momentum signs. There is more push to buy, and the pattern is getting stronger. Things are getting tough on the market, which means the price could go up, soon to grow. Another sign that bulls are still in charge is that the price is still strong above an important moving average. Of course, things aren't always easy. Shiba Inu might slow down and fall below important support levels. This could lead to a slowdown before a bigger move. For now though, the setup looks fun. This rise could be the start of something bigger if things go well. That being said, you may be thinking why? What is really making these prices move? Take a step back and look at the bigger context. It looks like Bitcoin is also moving. It fell to around 117 CAD, but then it rose again and is now staying there a little higher. As we've seen over and over, the market changes along with Bitcoin. This includes Shiba Inu. So what's the reason? Seems like it's all about the US Federal Reserve and the new rules it has put in place. You see, inflation just threw a fast ball at the markets. The most recent numbers were better than forecast, getting people to think again about what the Fed could do next. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies went down at first, but then they quickly went back up. This response is interesting, because it's not like the ones we've seen before. Investors usually run away when they think about inflation and rate cuts that are being put off, but this time it stayed strong, and that sort of toughness is getting attention. It seems like the marketplace is starting to understand price risks in a new way. Instead of panicking, there's a sense of trust in crypto as a safety net. But this is crazy. Whales may be giving off signals that a big event is about to happen. Exchange inflows have been through the roof. Based on past events, this could mean that the crypto area is getting ready for another major move. Analysts say that something strange is going on. We haven't seen this many whale deals on platforms in almost 5 years, according to data from CryptoQuant. This is a big deal. Most of the time, when this kind of action picks up, prices change a lot. The whale swap ratio is an important number to keep an eye on. It keeps track of how much of the biggest players' money comes in. Crypto miners have been selling their coins for months, but all of a sudden they are hanging on to them. Most of the time, that means they think prices will go up. In fact, when miners stop selling, the market often hits bottom and then goes up again. There are a lot of signs that something big is coming. Whales are loading up and miners are staying strong. The question is when it will happen. This could be really big for Shiba Inu. Everyone knows that Bitcoin doesn't just stop moving when it does something. There are shockwaves going through the whole market, and joke coins. They often change those waves into something even stranger. Shiba Inu could go on a crazy run if Bitcoin is really about to make a big move. Some really strong signs are already showing that Shiba Inu is on the rise. Key support levels are being tried, and the price action looks strong. Experts are starting to think that a rebound might be just around the corner. It looks even better now that Bitcoin whales are moving and miners are hanging onto their tokens instead of selling them. A lot of people will be interested in the market again if Bitcoin begins pumping hard. Shiba Inu might be one of the best dogs to benefit from all this attention. Also, don't forget that Shiba Inu have a past of acting crazy when the time is right. It's been on crazy parades before, and with this much support, it's likely that something similar will happen again. Shiba Inu might be about to reach a new high point. It's not at all impossible. The price could go through the roof if there was a big enough push to start the hype all over again. So, are we ultimately on our way to getting all of those losses back? Are we finally done with days of frustratingly slow price changes? That's the primary question. There is one thing that is always true about the market. Anything can happen. Things are getting hot very quickly. This could be the beginning of something big. That's not all. South Korea just dropped a huge shock at the same time that interest in crypto is skyrocketing. They've made it possible for more chances to come up in the digital currency market. Yes, Shiba Inu are part of that. It took 7 long years, but South Korea's financial authority has finally given big buyers permission to trade crypto. That's really important. Crypto financial goods are becoming more and more popular around the world. South Korea is now joining the fun. Companies that are traded on the local stock market will be able to sell digital assets for the first time later this year, thanks to the new rule. That means that a country that has always been interested in digital currencies could start putting a lot of money into the crypto market. This changes everything for Shiba Inu. South Korea has always been one of the biggest places for crypto, but professional buyers stayed away because of strict rules. There could be a rush of new money coming into the market now that the barriers are finally open. Shiba Inu has a great chance to really gain from its vibrant community and growing environment. Soon, big businesses in South Korea will be able to officially trade crypto. This could give initiatives like Shiba Inu a whole new level of authority and attention. This isn't just about how prices move. It's about adopting for a long time. More interest from institutions means more trustworthiness. After that, Shiba Inu might be able to make even bigger moves. But now comes the really cool part. Shiba Inu is no longer just a joke coin. Shibatoken, its layer 2 blockchain, and its growing community of other technologies make it really useful. Shiba Inu is setting itself up to be more than just a speculative asset by growing in this way. In the bigger crypto world, it's becoming a real player. This might be the start of something bigger. Following South Korea's lead and lowering limits on crypto purchases could lead to a huge rise in usage around the world, taking Shiba Inu to fresh heights. Could this be the initial step toward Shiba Inu becoming common digital assets? We really do feel like we're going that way. As crypto changes, Shiba Inu's strong group and new projects could pave the way for something much greater. Now that big marketplaces like South Korea are getting into the area, the future looks brighter than ever. To go full circle, it's not just Bitcoin that's going through a huge rise. Shiba Inu was also in the news recently, and overnight an amazing 1 trillion tokens poured into whale wallets. That same day, Into the Block said that Shiba Inu whales bought almost twice as many coins as the day before. The amount of money going into whale wallets went through the roof, adding up to about 1 trillion Shiba Inu coins, showing that the big players are quietly getting stronger. Also, these aren't just any wallets. Those who had a large amount of the moving stock were the only ones who made the cut. Of course, not all of it came in. Even though some whales did move coins out, the day's net flow was still mostly positive. The change is amazing compared to the day before. A lot more Shiba Inu are being bought, which suggests that the biggest owners may be getting ready for something big. This is why that's important. It's not always a coincidence when whales begin loading up. It usually means that you are sure of what will happen next. Shiba Inu is already showing positive signs on the charts, and the crypto space is getting more and more exciting. This sort of accumulation could be a sign that bigger moves are coming. Could this be the beginning of another big buy-in? From what we know about the past, Shiba Inu like to surprise everyone when things are calm. But what do you think about this? Leave a comment below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.